Hello everyone, semi-retired Bob here. As you can see, we are back out at the park and I am leaving the visitor center parking area. I did a lot of thinking about it, and what I'm going to do today is a semi-repeat of what I did that day. I got lost and had to go up all those steps, but I'm going to go about to the base of those steps and then turn around and come back the way I went, because that's a fairly easy trail. And I've decided that I'm going to plan my route around not doing any of the steps until I get my trekking poles. They're supposed to be in this afternoon, so maybe next time I come out here at the park, I'll get to go over and do a repeat of that mistake day and actually go up the steps with the trekking poles and see how that goes. But I am semi-retired Bob. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and some miscellaneous odds and ends. By the time you see this, it will have been 2 days since my live stream. I can't stop smiling. To all of you that showed up, thank you very much. To all of you that are watching the replay, thank you very much. That was so exciting, and I just hope that things like that don't become mundane. You know, I don't want to, 6 months from now, do a live stream and go, oh, I only have 60 people here. No. I hope to maintain that joy so that I can say, I had 60 people watching me. I mean, back when I first started all of this, I was amazed that there were 50 people tuning into my channel and watching my videos. And it just never gets old, guys. It just doesn't. I mean, it blows my mind that we're closing in on 3,000 subscribers. And I have to tell you, I was watching another one of my favorite YouTubers, Chrome, over at Van City Van Life. He was the one that really got me started on thinking about this nomad lifestyle. And I've been a member of his channel back, not a member, I can't afford to pay but a very few people. I very carefully. I was following 6 or 7 people on Patreon, and have slowly reduced that down to 2. And one of them is the people you met in the live stream last night, one adventure at a time. Because Chrome's gotten so big, back when I was contributing to him through Patreon, he was struggling to make ends meet. So the little $5 a month I was giving him was an actual help. But he's gotten so big now. I mean, no, he's not Casey Neistat or Mr. Beast big, or PewDiePie, but he has gotten his silver play button, and I think the last time I looked, he's got about 240,000 subscribers. So he's doing something right over there. So he doesn't actually need my $5 a month anymore. And every time I cut somebody out that I don't think actually needs my $5 a month anymore. I've been giving the extra to one adventure at a time because they're still a relatively small channel and they do such great work. I feel like not only do they need the money I'm giving them, but they deserve it for all their hard work. Because if you watch even one of their videos, they really do excellent work. I mean, if you go back and watch some of their earlier videos, you can see they're just learning how to make videos. And now that they're a few years into it, between driving shots and Dave flying the drone in certain spots, plus Carrie's become quite the photographer. And they just put it all together in such great video format. I highly recommend you go check them out. Oh, and by the way, one of the things I forgot to mention in the live stream, when I first got down to Mom's house back at the start of 2021 and realized that my brother, who had been staying with her previously, should never be a homeowner because he knows nothing about upkeep and maintenance on a house. Dave and Carrie just happened to be in the area, and they were there for about a week, might have even been 10 days. And I, of course, paid them for their time, but they were so helpful and did so much work around my mom's house that I believe without the work they did while they were there, a year later when it came time to sell the house, I don't think it would have sold nearly as quick, or we would have gotten nearly as much money for it if they hadn't been there the previous year to do all that work. So, and they actually shot a video while they were there, and I had sort of forgotten about it. You know, I said our Ready Set Keto was my first interview, and it was my first interview about carnivore. But Dave and Carrie had a little, like 4 or 5 question interview with us all sitting on the back porch out by the swimming pool. So you can find that, and that'll give you another really good indicator of just how big and unhealthy I was. And speaking of that, you know, I had so many people that were going back watching my early September videos. Oh, that sun's right behind me. Hang on a second, let me get back into the shade here. But you know, they were commenting about how much I've improved and how much thinner I look. And you know, you see yourself in the mirror every day and you don't really realize what's going on. But I went back and looked and compared how I looked in the live stream with an almost proper fitting shirt on it, on myself, and then went back and watched the first 3 or 4 of my walking videos, and wow, can I see a difference. I certainly, you know, in the picture that's in my thumbnails of me really big and fat, I've obviously gotten thinner than that, but I didn't, you know, I knew I was getting longer distances in. I was getting healthier, and my legs and even my upper body from carrying this backpack, everything was getting stronger. But I can really see it in my upper body and face, the parts that are visible on the camera during these videos. And it's absolutely amazing. I didn't realize how thin I was looking. And I'm still not thin. I got about 8 pounds to go, I think it is. It's probably less than that now. But I've got a few pounds to go to where I'm overweight instead of obese. And, you know, that's one of the things that Dr. Berry and Dr. Baker have both talked about, is that we as a nation have gotten so used to seeing large people. Now, I'm not fat shaming. I think everybody ought to try to get healthier. But we should, you know, we've gotten so used to seeing large people that when somebody starts to get close to a normal weight for what we're supposed to be, everybody starts yelling at them that they're too thin. Well, they're not too thin. They're where they're supposed to be. So don't let any of your friends or relatives tell you that you're getting too thin and you need to put carbs back in your life. But yeah, one adventure at a time. Make sure you go check them out. I'll put a link to their channel down in the description. And I'll also put a link to Chrome's channel, Van City Van Life, down in the description. He has come so far. I mean, he started off, he was a DJ. And, well, I'll be glad when my delivery comes in. My hands are getting cold. Because it's only 45 degrees out here today, folks. That's why I've got my coat on. Well, my jacket. I didn't wear my heavier coat because I know as I keep hiking, I'm going to get sweatier and sweatier. And I'll warm up. But right now my hands are a little cold. But I've got some gloves and I could tell you about some other stuff, but I got my gloves and my trekking poles are supposed to be in today. We'll see. And you know, sometimes they say that stuff is out for delivery, and then because I'm so far out in the country, the Amazon driver for this route goes, I don't want to drive all the way out there tonight. I'll pick them up in the morning. So sometimes I get stuff here a day later than what they say it's going to be, because I'm so far out in the country. And that's okay. I understand. Everybody that's still working, I'm sure they understand too. You get down towards the end of the day, that last 20 minutes to a half hour seems like it can take an hour or two for the clock to spin off. I know I'm sort of rambling on today, but I was still just so excited about how that live stream went last night after I figured out the camera. And what it was is I had originally set up several years ago to try and do a live using my big camera and OBS, and which is a streaming software for those that aren't familiar. And the stream was looking for an OBS signal. So when I shut down and restarted the stream, I looked at stuff closer, and I had changed the camera settings to the onboard laptop camera. And everything worked really well. I was so happy with how things worked out last night. And you know, at peak, I had 64 continuous viewers at one time. And I didn't see, there's like 147 people actually clicked into the stream. Most of those others, because people, when they go to YouTube, they'll look for live streams. They pop in for a few seconds to see what's going on and go, oh, that's not exactly what I was looking for, and they pop back out. So I understand that. But yeah, quick peek here. As soon as I get in the sun a little bit, let me turn into the sun so the shot looks really good. I have my new hiking pants on today. And I really like them because they got nice deep pockets, so I don't feel like my car keys are going to fall out of my pants pocket. They also have some Velcroed pockets on the sides, and the back pocket is also very deep where my wallet is, because I have to carry my wallet when I come over here because I'm driving. So I got to have my driver's license if I get stopped. Not that I'm likely to get stopped. My last ticket of any kind for driving was in 1983 when I got out of the Army. I was speeding towards home and got pulled over for speeding. And that's my last ticket. And if you think about it, as a truck driver, I never got a ticket. 25 plus years. So I think that says I was a fairly decent truck driver. Because it's hard with all the DOT scales and everything, pulling in for inspections and that kind of stuff. If they want to find something, they can. But if you're nice to those guys, and you have all your paperwork well organized, you're much less likely to be tagged as somebody they want to dig into and cause problems for. Because believe me, if a DOT inspection officer wants to find something wrong with your truck, he will. But yeah, I'm hoping I get fairly decent mileage out of this trail today. And it should be a fairly easy hike because everything is mostly flat until I get onto that side trail that heads over towards the steps. So we shall see how that goes. I have some more thoughts for you, but I'll pick those up on down the trail. But of course, like usual with the magic of editing, it'll be like I was never gone. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm here at, it's one of the campsites where the trail takes off in another direction. I'm about 2 miles into my hike, so I'm going to just hike over to the base of those stairs and then turn around and go back. But see, it was like I was never gone. Let me stand up real quick here and do a quick turnaround. They've got like 5 picnic tables and a great big pre-made fire pit there. And up there, I don't know if you can see it, behind that truck is a little building. They got restrooms there for the campers. But I'm pretty excited. We'll have to wait and see how it comes out when I listen to this. Besides my coat making a swishing noise, these pants, as all hiking gear, are synthetic fabrics with no cotton in them. So they make a little swishing sound when I walk. Not as much because my thighs don't rub together near like they used to. So we'll see how it sounds when I get there. But I need to say thank you. I had a couple of firsts last night. I got my first ever super chat, and don't forget to stick around to the end because I'm going to put some names in the thank you section of the video, because I got a super chat and I got 2 PayPal donations last night. I didn't hear the ding on my phone when they came in, but when I checked my email, I got 2 donations there. So to all those people, thank you very much. I'm going to put first names only in the ending credits because I don't want to put anybody's last name in unless they send me a note with specific permission to put their last name in. But the other one that I had that was a first, I had a, let's just say, an illicit content pusher come into the chat and start posting some stuff. So I found those, zapped them out of existence, zapped that person out of existence, and then assigned some moderators to my chat. So to those of you who accepted the moderator invite, thank you. And we'll see how it goes. We're moving forward one step at a time. Just like with the carnivore diet, we need to go one step at a time. As we add new content to this channel, we'll just go one step at a time and see how it goes. But the main reason I stopped here, besides having a sit down and drinking some water, is I want to talk about the trail maintenance out here is amazing. Because the first time I did this, there was a tree down across the trail that I had to step over, and that was hard. And I kept looking for it and came to the campsite and went, yeah, it's just 3 days or 4 days, whatever it was, might even be a week now, but the tree that was across the trail is gone. And I did see a state park ranger up at the visitor center as I was parking and getting ready to go. So I, of course, had to walk over to him and just say thank you for keeping such a safe, clean park. And he really appreciated that. I just think it's the right thing to do. Anytime you see park rangers, officers, if they're not busy doing something, just go over and say thank you. Because I know that officers get a lot of bad press these days, but 99.5% of them are really good guys just trying to do a job. So if you see one that's not doing anything, just stop over and say thanks. Hopefully it makes their day. Some of them won't care, but those are not the good ones. The good ones will go, yeah, thank you very much for saying that. So we talked for just a couple of minutes, and then I let him get on about his business because it looked like he had an armload of stuff and was going into the visitor center for something. That's one of the other things I want to show you guys sometime. Next time it rains, I may just come over here and walk through the visitor center. Because I was reading up, we're not going to get to the Galax or Bird Trail today, but they're 2 of the original trails that were out here at this park. And apparently, in the deep woods, back in the Civil War, there were both Union and Confederate soldiers hiding in the woods out here. I don't know the whole story, but there is a lot of history around this place. And I'm going to dive into that the next time it's raining and I can't get out on the trail. So those are my thoughts for now. I'll see you further on up the trail, because depending on what my tracker says, I'm hoping to get to the base of those stairs so I can take some pictures of those and show you what I had to walk up the other day. and hopefully you'll see that's why I'm not going to do it again until I get my trekking poles. But I'll see you on down the trail. It'll be just like I was never gone. Hi guys, I'm here at the base of the steps at my turnaround spot. There you go. And you know, when I first got to these the other day, I thought, boy, if that's all they are all the way up, I'll be fine. But they get much, much steeper further up. So I'm going to turn around here and head back. And according to my watch, I think I've gauged it about right. This should be at about the 2.5, maybe 2 3/4 mile mark. So I should get well over 5 today, but not a lot well over. But we'll see. I'll see you back on down the trail. It'll be like I was never gone. Hi guys, welcome back. It was like I was never gone. But I'm back on that picnic table after getting over to the stairs and back. I didn't really need to take another sit-down water break, but from here back to the car is a little over 2.5 miles, and there are no places to sit down between there and now. So now that that's done, I'm going to get up and start the trek back to the truck at the visitor center. And I'll look at my watch when I get to the crossroads. It looks like I'm going to come in a little short of what I wanted to. I don't think I will, but if I do, when I get to the junction of the Longleaf Trail and the old wagon path, I'll turn and go down the old wagon path out to the campground visitor center thing. That last bench I sat on the last time I was out here. But I've taken a bunch of pictures today, again, and a couple of trail videos. I gotta have some place to put them. So let's cue the music. Okay, cut the music. I stopped here because I'm standing in sun, and I wanted to give you a few final thoughts. Remember, you do not have to exercise at all to lose fat. Diet alone will do that, but if you work on both diet and movement at the same time, by the time you reach your ideal weight, you'll actually be able to take advantage of the new you by getting out and doing stuff. Whether it be, playing with the kids, taking the dog for a walk, playing with the grandkids, whatever that is. So remember to combine adjusting your diet with movement for the ultimate in results. Remember to get out there and go do 1% better today. Should be a video pop up over here with the entire September challenge if you want to go back and watch the start of my walking. Another video over here you've never seen before. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Hi guys. See? You knew the video wasn't actually over yet. So you stuck around to the end. Congratulations. I just want to say thank you again to everybody that's not only donated to the channel, because you're donating to the channel by watching my videos all the way to the end. And that fills me with such energy that I detoured a little bit. I was almost back to the visitor center, and I decided to take the old wagon path out to this first bench. So now I got about another quarter mile back to the truck. So we'll see what the total mileage ends up being today. I am starting to get a little tired, but I had so much energy when I was almost back at the truck, I had to do this little extra. So have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.